all you really have left are Sydney, Randy, Stu, and maybe the dad somewhere. Well, and of course the sheriff, but not that we know of in the house, or the dad for that matter, but we know the car's nearby. So anyway, Sydney gets to the house, and this is fucked up because she's in the house. She's got Dewey's gun, and she runs kind of like into Randy and Stu, who are trying to get into the house. And this is weird. Like, what happened to Randy's leg? I know Gail hit him in the face with a phone because she thought he was the killer at the time. But what happened to his fucking leg? He's holding his leg and limping.
I think when she hit him in the face, he fell down because remember he falls out of frame, and maybe that's when he hurt his leg, you know, and because he's like you said limping when he comes back, and because he's like Sydney, we gotta get the fuck out of here, this and that, and he's limping, and he's also got a bloody spot and a bruise on his head. I think when she hit him in the head, he fell down because you don't see him because remember he cries out when she's like hitting him with the fucking phone and shit. So
I wonder why Randy thinks Stu's the killer. I mean, I guess you found bodies and just didn't know who did it.
He said he saw
they were like arguing. They're both calling each other the killer at this point.
Well, remember what he says earlier? He said there's always some stupid bullshit reason to kill your girlfriend, and fucking Caitlin is Stu's girlfriend. So
nice little foreshadowing there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stu's trying to come in the house and he's like, give me the gun, baby, give me the gun. And Randy just wants to get the fuck out of there. Well, eventually, you know, she locks the door and says, fuck you both. And then you hear, like, can you hear in the background where Randy's, like, screaming? It sounds like maybe Stu's beating the shit out of him or something.
Yeah, they're scuffling, and then all of a sudden you hear, ah! And you look up, the camera pans up, and it's fucking Billy. He's not quite dead.
By the way, I love when Billy shows up. And, Vic, you'll like this if you're listening. Nope, he hung up again. I think he's having shitty connection down there. Anyway, Randy says, what's Leatherface doing here?
Oh,
when Billy shows up?
Yeah, when he shows up at the party earlier in the night, yeah. There goes my chances with Sid. Damn it. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, as if. Oh, really, Alicia? No.
What the fuck is that from? That Alicia? Is that like from a movie?
He's calling her Alicia Silverstone, you know, from Clueless.
Clueless. Okay.
That's why. It's not from a movie, but she said as if all the time. And that wasn't too long before this movie. 2 years. I used to jack off to her.
1 year before. 1 year before, yeah.
Wow. Really? Only a year?
1995, yeah. Stacey Dash and Paul Rudd. That was his, well, that was technically his second movie because I think he did Halloween.
Yes, Halloween Curse.
Come out first. Yeah.
Goddamn, I loved Alicia Silverstone. She was so fucking hot. Probably still is. But yeah, that's where that comes from. So he's just making a joke about Clueless.
Okay.
I used to have that on VHS, believe it or not, just because I thought she was hot. Brittany Murphy was in that movie too.
And I don't know who it was. It might have been somebody I heard, and I read it somewhere, that she, with her children, because she has, I think, 2 or 3 kids, Alicia Silverstone, she fed them
I would give her more
breast milk until they were like 5 or 6 years old.
That's fucking weird, but I'm not surprised.
That's a little weird.
People in Hollywood are fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, but her and Batman and Robin, I really hated the movie, but she was sexy as hell in the bat costume. I'm sorry.
I would take those kids' place though if she wants. You know what I'm saying?
That's Travis. I love you like a brother, man. I just come to expect that from you. That was beautiful. I was waiting on that on something. You've been so clean and toned down and so well behaved on this podcast.
Hey Vic, you're back. Yeah. I just basically said that I would breastfeed off of Alicia Silverstone.
I mean, yeah.
Did she tell him about the weird part? Vic, it said that she breastfed her kids until they were like 5 or 6 years old. That's a little strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I wish you would do that to me.
I mean, I would do it at 37.
Yeah. Me too. I would live on nothing but that. That's fine. I'd give up nachos for that, Vic.
And that's not even alcohol pricing.
Yeah.
All right.
So we brought up Alicia Silverstone only because of the part where he's like, "Oh, really, Alicia?" And Vic, I mentioned earlier that Randy calls Billy Leatherface earlier. He's like, "What's Leatherface doing here?" So you get your Leatherface reference.
Mm-hmm.
Are you alive, sir?
Are you drinking, Vic?
He's got no fucking coverage. He's in the middle of nowhere. I can
What
tell.
the hell is he?
Don't even worry about it.
He's gonna die. Is what's gonna happen. Something.
Well, I mean, I thought y'all were both up in the same area this time. Is that not the case?
No, Vic's like in Elizabethtown, and I'm in Louisville. Louisville's a big city, and Elizabethtown's bumfuck Egypt.
Is it that far away from? Are y'all far away from each other?
It's about 40 minutes. Is that about right, Vic?
Okay. Yeah, Louisville is like, I think Bowling Green is like 30 minutes for me. I think Louisville's like an hour and a half for me.
Yeah, Bowling Green's like 2 hours for me.
Oh, okay.
I think. Anyway.
I went to that place, the sanitarium, a couple of years ago on a date with my wife, and I was there, so I remember it was like 2.5 hours from where I was living at the time to get there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so, like I said, Billy stumbles down the stairs. He lets Randy and Stu into the house, because he gets Sidney to give him the gun, and he shoots Randy, and this is where he turns around and everything is fucked now. And he's like, corn syrup. Same thing they used for pig blood and Carrie. And I'm like,
before that, we get that we all go a little mad sometimes. Yes. Anthony Perkins, Psycho, and I'm like, fuck.
Yes. Yeah. It's so funny. Anthony Perkins is so similar to Anthony Hopkins that it always throws me off, because Silence of the Lambs, Psycho, it fucks me up. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Sid now realizes that Billy was only pretending to be stabbed, obviously, and he's the fucking killer. But she just turns around, and right out of the kitchen comes Stu. And she's like, "Help me, please." And Stu's like, "Surprise, Sidney. He's got this voice box." And now we know why none of the killers, or nobody sounded like this guy, like Roger Jackson on the phone, because they have a voice box that they're changing their voice with. You can buy one of those on eBay, by the way.
Yeah, and they do sound a lot like Roger L. Jackson's voice. The technology in them has gotten way better.
I need one.
Yeah,
I need to talk with people. So, like I said, Stu and Billy, they're both the killers. I didn't see that shit coming at all. At all. I might have thought Billy had done it at some point, but I didn't see both of them as the killers.
No, because Stu he's such a fucking goof ass.
Yeah.
I mean, Stu's just aloof, and then it comes the bigger thing. It's like, oh shit, not only did they kill everybody that's been in the movie that's died so far, but they're also fucking responsible for her mother's death.
Yep. Which, by the way, let's backtrack real quick. Let's talk about some of the kills. Principal would have had to be Billy because Stu was walking along with Tatum and all of them at the time. So that would have been Billy that did that, I assume. Let's see. Casey, I think it was both of them. I think they were both doing it, which is why they seem to be everywhere, Sidney,
I don't know, man, on that one, because I think at one point right after that, when Stu says something about, the Candyman, after you brand in the Candyman, he's favoring something on him. Like, she goes to, like, knee him and doesn't even make contact, and he's like, ow, because remember, fucking Casey Becker kneed him in the nuts, so he's, like, showing his injuries,
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because Billy gets to Sidney's awful fucking fast.
That's why I think both of them are there. I think both of them are at Sidney's. Oh no, I mean like the next day. When they try to kill Sidney, I think it's both of them again.
Maybe. That's a point. That's a point of contention. You could debate the shit out of that.
It's hard to fucking prove. I mean,
for sure, Henry was Billy. For sure,
yeah.
Henry was Billy, and yeah,
Tatum
sure
was
that.
too. No, wait, Tatum was Billy also.
Tatum was Billy because Stu was sitting on the couch arguing with Randy about the rules and shit. And then you got the other one, the cameraman. That was probably Stu because Billy was up.
Billy was acting dead.
Billy was acting dead, yeah. So you can almost pinpoint down who was who.
Stu killed a lot of motherfuckers, didn't he?
Yeah, hell yeah, he did.
Hell yeah. Stu's awesome. But Billy's awesome, too, in his own way. He's just the more psycho of the two of them. So, anyway, this is the fucked up part. So they have Sydney basically cornered in the kitchen. And, Billy's like telling her that, 1 year ago, it's the anniversary of us killing your mom. And Sydney's like trying to figure out why. And he's like, you hear that, Stu? I think she wants a motive. And he's like, it's scarier without a motive. And then he kind of stops. And see, I don't think Stu knew about this. And maybe you'll disagree. I don't think Stu knew, okay, that Billy's mom or that Billy's dad was fucking her mom. Because Billy
the look on his face. The look on his face, he had no fucking idea.
Like, I don't think he had a clue. It didn't change anything. But it's like you watch it again and you're like, interesting. Another thing that I didn't mention earlier was when Billy was in the police station and the cop, the sheriff's interviewing Billy and the dad's sitting next to him, you realize that the dad's starting to think that maybe Billy's the killer too. Like, if you watch the dad's expressions, you see that change from he didn't fucking do it to, well, shit, maybe he did,
Yeah, you see that, and again, I think that's purposely, like to do that to throw you off to see who's going to go along with what. I can damn sure tell you, I wasn't there, obviously, at the theater, but I bet people in the audience watching the movie at the movie theater did the same shit. They were up hollering at the screen and shit, and that's kind of parodied. We'll get to that later, referenced in Scream 2, and then again in that other movie, the spoof, Scary Movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's just so weird, to think about. Stu had no fucking idea, or if he did know something was up, he's like, well, maybe that's why this was Billy's fucking grand idea to kill, kill the mom was because of, this, because you don't know what he told Stu when they went to kill Sydney's mom about why they were fucking doing it. But I don't think he knew.
Yeah, I really think Stu really was peer pressure. Remember when he says peer pressure, I'm far too sensitive? I think he's telling the truth.
Yeah, I think
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of it.
Okay.
My mom's so mad at me.
So, like I said, Billy reveals that, his mom, or that her mom had an affair with his dad, and so his mom ran out on him. And Billy, he blames Mrs. Prescott for, the dissolution of their marriage. And, they murdered Mrs. Prescott out of revenge. They also now show that Mr. Prescott, they have him, and they're going to blame him for all this shit. They framed Cotton Weary, and now they're going to frame him. And this is the part where they start stabbing each other. And, she's like, you fucking crazy psychos, you watch too many scary movies. And he's like, one of the best lines in the movie, how's it go? Vic, how's it go?
Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. And, this is why they're stabbing each other, to make it look like they were wounded by the killer. Because they're going to try to be the sole survivors of this whole thing, but they have to look like they were injured, at least, by the killer and somehow survive. The killer being Mr. Prescott. Yeah, go ahead.
In a funny reference, I mimic that one line that he says in front of my wife all the time when he's like, come on, get it out, get it out. I do that shit to her all the time. And the more I'm like, get it out, come on. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, come on, do it, baby.
Yep.
I'm ready, baby.
Yeah, baby. And, Stu's spitting through all this, and Stu gets the shit stabbed out of him repeatedly. And it's I don't think they realized how bad that this was going to suck.
Yeah, he gets one good shot in on Billy. That's when he's like, God damn it, Stu.
Yep. So they're both thinking about, killing each other, or killing now Sydney with the knife. But before they do, Gail Weathers shows up, and she's got a gun, And Billy's like, I thought she was dead. And Stu's like, she looks dead, man.
Still
Still
does.
does.